This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Roberto, and get hyped, people. Because this season's first edition of the Battle of Ontario goes down tonight. And until he's back, we have to start with the health of Auston Matthews, who is officially listed as out for tonight, missing a fourth straight game with that upper body injury. And Matthews actually wasn't on the ice for a second straight day today. But when head coach Craig Berube was asked if there was a setback, he said not really and that they're just trying to manage the injury. Matthews hasn't played since November 3rd, and it sounds like the Leafs are going to play this one safe until he's ready to go. And with the way they've been playing without him, that's probably a good idea, as Toronto is 3-0 in their recent run without their captain. But he's not the only injury for the Leafs right now, as yesterday Max Pacioretty was placed on the IR with a lower body injury. On the Sens side of things, this season has been even-steven for Ottawa, as they're 7-7 and are in 6th place in the most competitive division in hockey, which will need to improve if they want to snap that playoff drought. But they also might be out for a little revenge tonight, as this is the first Battle of Ontario since the Morgan Riley cross-check incident from last year, but that was way back in February. So our thing is going to carry over to tonight. Yes, it will carry over into tonight. It's like revenge, like in The Penguin, okay? Are you guys watching The Penguin on Crave? Literally the best show of the year. Sorry, I went on a tangent there. Yes, revenge. Those of you in the Leafs and Sens regions can watch tonight's game on TSN. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern. The countdown is on as we are just 5 days away from the 111th Grey Cup. I'm sure I'm still a little sour that my Riders aren't there, but I'm all kinds of fired up for the Argos and Bombers on Sunday. No, our guys Luca and Thomas touched down in BC yesterday, and will be joining us all week, fellas. Great to see ya. Kinda miss ya.
What's up, Risser?
Hey, Marissa.
Okay, boys, set the scene for us. What's the vibe like to kick off Grey Cup week?
Vibes out here are great. I mean, does it get better than Vancouver? Look at this background. It's beautiful here. We got a great week ahead, and it should be a great game too, so we're super excited.
Also, randomly smells like pizza out here, so we're going to eat some great food this trip. Don't you worry.
Finally, what's the one storyline you're most excited for leading up to the game on Sunday?
All right, much like the seagulls in the back that love catching fish, I'm going with the receiver, Kenny Lawler of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, for my storyline. He's been so consistent down the stretch for this team, 400-yard games in his past 5 outings, including $177 and 3 touchdowns in the West Final. I think with the makeover that they've had at receiver due to injuries and other things, Lawler being this dominant and consistent is a big key for them offensively as a unit.
Let's talk about quarterbacks. And the Toronto Argonauts were dealt a massive blow when Chad Kelly went down in the East Final against the Alouettes. In steps Nick Arbuckle. Can he get it done? I will say this. The pressure is not on the Argos in this one, and that's one of the biggest storylines. But they got the defense, they got the special teams that can create some big plays, and I think this game could be closer than a lot of people think.
Luca and Pak, thank you so much for joining us. We'll check in again tomorrow.
Thanks, Marissa. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Marissa.
And you can watch the 111th Grey Cup on TSN on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. But pregame gets started nice and early at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. You always know Grey Cup is a good time. Plus, I got the Jonas Brothers for halftime. Are you kidding me? To the association, and is tonight the night the losing streak ends? The Raps have lost 4 straight, and have just 1 win in their last 9. But tonight is kind of a fresh start, because the NBA Cup begins and this is their first group stage game. And while yes, they have been fun and shown some real heart this season, the losses are starting to add up, as they actually have the worst record in the NBA. Seriously, they're dead last. So maybe Cooper Flagg of Duke is a more realistic possibility than we all thought. But sitting at second last is a huge surprise, as it's their opponent tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks. A team that was all in with title aspirations this season. They look old, they look slow. When did the Giannis trade rumor start? Let's go. Emmanuel Quickley, who returned to the lineup for the LA back-to-back, is questionable for tonight's game. On the Bucks side of things, Damian Lillard remains in concussion protocol and is out tonight. Time now for my favorite segment and yours, that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And you know it's going to be a great segment when we're diving into video games. And just look how jacked up this guy is.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. And the dogs in the house. And the dogs in the house. Let's go out and get a dog, baby. Let's go get a dog, baby. Come on. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. God dang. Ooh. Oh, shit at me. God dang. Hey, real time, bro. Don't shake me like that no more, bro. You got the spy. You got the spy. Pass. Ooh. Pass, boy. Damn! Don't come across my middle like that, boy. The sticks, look where the sticks at. One. Hey, yes, I love that, boy. I'm on you, bro. I'm on you all night, baby.
Now that's a captain right there. Also, I thought Just Dance gave me a workout. This might be it. This might be the video game workout you're looking for. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Time to wrap things up with an anytime goal scorer bet on Fanduel. Now we're taking a different approach this week and playing it a bit safer, because we swung for the fences last week and it did not hit. So, I mean, we're due. I also said that last week. Well, I don't know. And the week before that. But we're getting hot tonight, starting with the Leafs' very own William Nylander, because he's been hot too. And we're getting a decent price at plus 145. Willie has 11 goals in the season, which is tied for second most in the league. And what better way to keep the hot streak going than a home game against the Sens, a team he really enjoys playing. His long-term history against them is decent, scoring 13 times in 36 games. But it's his numbers against them of late that has us interested. Going back to 2021, he has 8 goals in 12 games against Ottawa, and 5 goals in his last 6 home games against the Sens. And Willie really loves scoring at home. 9 of his goals have come in 9 home games, versus 2 on the road. I made a promise to myself that I would not bet the anytime goal scorer tonight because I bet every single one, and I was starting to think that maybe it was my fault that we weren't hitting. But this is kind of too tasty, and I love William Nylander, and he does like scoring at home. So, okay, this will be my last one. I'm gonna bet on this one, and if it doesn't hit again, then I'm gonna not hit the next week to discover if it truly is my fault or not. Those of you in the Leafs and Sens regions can watch tonight's game on TSN. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern. That's all for me today. We'll see you back tomorrow at 3 Eastern. No Pacific. Have a good one.